Okay. Now there is some relation according to complementary angle for these part. First is, as we have time of flight equals to 2 times of u sine theta divided by gravity. Range equals to u square sine of 2 theta divided by gravity, and height equals to u square sine square theta divided by 2 times g. In this part, if you put theta to be 90 degree in the first part, sine of 90 degree will be maximum, that is 1. So you will get T max equals to 2 times u divided by g. So you'll be asked to define angle at which time of flight will be maximum. So it will be at 90 degree. Similarly, in this particular range, if you put theta to be 45 degree, 2 into 45, it will become 90, and sine 90 will be maximum as plus 1. So range max equals to u square divided by g. So range of particle of this projectile will be maximum at 45 degree. In third part, for height, if you put theta to be 90 degree, sine of 90 will be 1. So h max equals to u square divided by 2g. So these are conditions to get maximum value of all these terms. Now, if you relate maximum range and maximum height, you will say maximum range is twice of maximum height. So there will be a question like, if a boy has ability to throw maximum of 50 meter vertically, so how much distance he would be able to throw horizontally? So according to this relation, you will say horizontal range would be twice of vertical height. So it will be 100 meter. Is it clear? Muhammad Umar, is it clear till this part?
Yes.
Okay, just write it down. You all have written? Next is for complementary angle. Complementary angle means if two angle whose sum equals to 90 degree. So let's say first angle is phi and the other is 90 minus phi. So these two angle will sum up to give you 90 degree. So these two will be complementary of one another. Now we have to define some relationship for time of flight, height, and range according to these complementary angle. As time of flight equals to 2 times of u sine theta divided by gravity. So if you put theta to be phi in first part, so it will be 2 times of u sine phi divided by gravity. And similarly, T2 will be 2 times of u sine 90 minus phi divided by gravity. Sine 90 minus phi will be cos phi. So it will be 2 times of u cos phi divided by gravity is equals to T2. Now we have some relationship depending upon these T1 and T2. First, if you divide these two equations, T1 over T2, you will left with tan phi. First relation. Next is, if you take product of these two terms, T1 into T2, it will be 2 times of u sine phi divided by gravity, 2 times of u cos phi divided by gravity. So you will get 2 divided by g taken outside, u square 2 sine phi cos phi divided by gravity. So this whole term is nothing but range. So you'll say this will be 2 by gravity times range is equals to T1 into T2. So this is another relation for time of flight for two complementary angle related to range. So you will be asked to define product of time of flight for complementary angle, how it is related with range. So you'll say this would be the relation between them. Mohammed Umar, is it clear till this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just write it down. Mohammed Umair, you have done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, next is related to height. Height equals to u square sine square theta divided by 2 times g. So if you put first angle to be phi, you'll get u square sine square phi divided by 2 times gravity. And if you put theta to be 90 minus phi, you'll get sine 90 minus phi is cos phi. So it will be u square cos square phi divided by 2 times gravity. Now, if you divide these two terms, h1 over h2, you'll get tan square phi. First relation. Next, if you add them, h1 plus h2, you will get h max as sine square plus cos square equals to 1. And there is one more relation. Add them, you will get range square divided by 16, or you may write it as r equals to 4 times root of h1 into h2. So you have to remember all these relationships only. Is it clear? I'm defining one more relation depending upon range. Range is equals to u square sine of 2 theta divided by gravity. So if you put theta to be phi, so R1 will be u square sine of 2 phi divided by gravity. Next, if you put theta to be 90 minus phi, you'll again get the same value as 2 phi divided by g. So you'll say on taking ratio of these two terms will be just 1. Or we can say range for complementary angle are equal to each other. Now there would be some other angle like 45 degree minus of theta and 45 degree plus of theta. Again, if you add them, you'll get 90 degree. So you'll say these two angles is also complementary of one another. Then if you again calculate range for these two terms, you'll get the same value. Is it clear? Mohammed Umar, is it clear till this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just write it down till this part. You all have written?